Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Wow. I I know it's my job to sit there and try to explain, what happened, but I'm still somewhat mystified. Let's talk about this whole Carter. Let's talk about this whole Donna and Eric and Bridget and Quinn. This whole thing, it went down. And I'm going to be completely honest. Part of me felt underwhelmed. Okay. Maybe it was Quinn's reaction. And I think that's the part that made it feel so underwhelming. Her finding out that, the man that she loves and everything like that, is cheating on her. It should have been much more explosive. Now, granted, there's a reason for that, and that's because Quinn is still in love with Carter. When Quinn was like, this is after she told him about the heart ring or whatever. Like every time I saw your heart rate spiked, it was because you were stepping out on our marriage. You were being unfaithful to our vows or something like that. And I was like, really, Quinn? Really? You want to sit there and start talking? That that's where you want to sit there and go? Being unfaithful to your vows? You sure you want to do that? Okay. All right, boo. Now, granted, she did sit there and say, I know that I did that too. I know that I was unfaithful also. And I was like, well, you should have probably stopped right there because you were onto something. No, you're gonna keep going. And then I started seeing the comments underneath in the video, and I'm gonna be completely honest. If I had an account, oof, I would have. Now, granted, in my own comment section, even if it's something I disagree with, I don't say anything because you sat there and you listened to what I had to say. So you should be able to sound off and say what you want to say about your opinion. You know? But the way that some of these people in this comment section was, some people were like, oh, just leave the old fart and just go be with somebody else. And it was like, whoa. It was like, first of all, sweetheart, just keep in mind that she chose that old fart. Like some of the things that people were saying was just beyond idiotic. Okay? And I don't know, was this them being caught up in their feelings, them coming at it from a woman's perspective? I don't know what it was, but it sounded completely idiotic. Okay, I always try to come at these things not from a male perspective or anything like that, but from, you know, a human perspective. Because while I do understand when she was saying, I've been trying so hard to get our marriage back on track, to have you forgive me and everything like that, which is all true. Okay, this is all true. And Eric did sit there and say two wrongs don't make a right, and they don't. Because at the end of the day, if that's how it was, he should have just left. Now, while I'm saying that, I am also a believer. What word does I sit there and use? Hmm. Fair play. I am also a big believer in fair play. I know some people will be like, well, I can't. I'm a believer of it. Okay? I do believe two wrongs don't make a right, but I do believe if I sit there and somebody does that to me, I'm like, yo, listen, the only way that I feel that we can even this out if I go out there and do the same thing that you did. Point blank, period. Um, Now, again, it's not that I don't feel for Quinn, because I do. She doesn't deserve to be cheated on. She doesn't deserve to cheat on someone either. And one of the things that she said was when she took off the ring was, I'm going to keep the bigger diamond. let's just all really just think about that. I'm gonna keep the bigger. Now, some of the things that Eric said made sense. When Eric was like, listen, after that happened, because bottom line, just to bottom line this out, because Eric was, I don't want to sit there and say meandering, but I know he was getting to a point, and well, he's a little older. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get there, so it's understandable. I think part of the point was that, after she cheated, things changed. There was something that was broken. And whatever it was, it couldn't have been fixed, you know? And so, in his own way, he wasn't just saying that, yeah, he did have a bit of resentment. Yeah, he wasn't just trying to work it out, but he had a bit of resentment. And I think that's a little bit more than fair. And, he said with Donna, it's easier, it's fun. We have fun, not the type of fun that, like, just see her in that, and, and that ooh la la. I'm pretty sure you would not have, what, never mind. But, he just thought it was easier to be with her, you know? And maybe with them, it hasn't been fun in a long time. I mean, the dude was literally like Sonic the Hedgehog, just running out every chance he got. Now, after all that, he's like, there's a beauty in this. You want to enlighten the class on what that is? Right now, we're at the beach. You see that view? And granted, he did. And before I do get into that, he did sit there and say like, you still are in love with him. When they had that talk, and this is something that I think Jessica said. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name, but I think so. When she was meant to saying that his man intuition didn't go off. Well, clearly it did because he was like, yeah, they're still in love with him, and she admitted it. It was like, the beauty in this. We're at the beach, and there's a man that you love, and it's not too late for you to sit there and tell him how you feel. You can stop this whole thing. You can stop this from happening, this tragedy or whatever he said. Another reason why I was trying not to laugh because I didn't want to get all on my computer, my laptop. But I mean, is that supposed to be a silver lining to her finding her husband? And that is, hey, I know this looks bad. This probably is. There's a silver lining somewhere. Not that far from. You can practically sprint there. Stop this whole wedding. I feel like sometimes that this show has got to be a comedy in some sense because no one sits there and just does this and yep, and we're gonna make Carter be so dramatic like he is having withdrawal symptoms. Yep. And you cannot sit there and tell me that on some level that they're just like, yo, I know this is funny, but we've been doing this for years, and the audience obviously likes it, so we're gonna keep this up. I was gonna tell you. I was gonna tell you it's almost as bad as I can explain. Dollar Bill shows up, and I think the security guard or the janitor or whatever the hell he is, was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And Bill was like, "I'm invited." Because he was all like, "Oh, you need to go. You need to leave." No, he needs to stay. You need to just do your damn job. Did you not forget that he is a huge contributor to the foundation? You might want to just, stay in your place, whatever place that is. I don't know what it is, but it's clearly not you trying to kick him out. That's damn sure not your place. Um, but yeah, good old dollar bills there. I feel like I'm so late to the game with him, and I'm pretty sure he has some really exciting and interesting storylines. And I'm getting to a point where it's like, yeah, now he's there. But maybe it was the '90s because the '90s it was damn near like the Wild West. I mean, we had shows like Married Children and Martin. And yes, Martin definitely crossed some lines. As much as I used to love that show, there was lines and things that they said in both of those shows that maybe it's my way of thinking, maybe it's my new way of thinking, but I'm like, really, bro? But yeah, he probably had some really exciting storylines, back then. Now, Paris is all excited and Hope is being supportive, and they're talking about Grace, and then Grace shows up. She hugs and everything like that. But now, of course, Grace wants to sit there and be like, "Don't do this. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to spare your pain," and blah 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 blah. You know what? Not gonna sit there and lie and say that she doesn't have a point. She does. She's just exhausting to listen to. Um, and granted, like I said, throughout her conversation, as much as I do not like that woman, no, I'm lying. I can't stand her, and I generally hate her guts. She brought up some good points. Especially the one I was able to say. I did listen to her. I was going to sit there and try to make some joke like, oh, I was sitting there updating my yada yada yada. But I did listen to him. I don't like the woman, but I did listen to him. Anyway, Paris is not hearing any of it. Of course, Zende comes there. He's all like, I'm there for Paris, and even though we're not together, I'm just so much of a good guy that yada 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 yada. I mean, listen, it sounds all great on paper, and I'm pretty sure there are some guys out there. I'm not sitting there saying that he is a lone wolf with that. Okay, just because I can be very petty doesn't mean that other people can't. I mean, doesn't mean that other people are. So anyway, Carter is acting like he's about to go to the damn guillotine. Ridge is like, "Yo, you sure you good?" Like, Paris sounds happy, which, of course, at this point, why even bother with, not seeing each other the day, the day of the wedding, because that's just out the window for those idiots. Um, it's like tradition just doesn't matter on in that universe. And I said that universe, that and YNR with Ashlyn and Victoria. Uh, you know, I am going to be watching Beyond Salem, and technically there's going to be 4 shows, and maybe if I can sit there and try to find a balance with those shows, maybe I can do YNR, but we'll see. Um, anyway, Carter looks like he's about to go to the guillotine. Um, Paris is ready. Ridge is trying to talk some sense into him. And, Carter's like, well, just give me a few more minutes. A few more minutes? Bro, you literally rushed everyone to this altar. Give you a foot. A few more minutes. Okay. We'll give him a few more minutes. Because, that's really going to change, I don't know, something. Now, I really do feel that this whole cheating thing with Eric was just a plot to get Quinn with Carter. Okay? And the cheating thing was a perfect catalyst. Because in reality, you sat there and you forgave her. Everything was all fine and hunky dory. And he's sitting there saying that 2 wrongs don't make a right. I don't know if this is the type of person I'll be like, oh, you cheat on me? Watch. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to just, you know what? I feel like anything I'm saying is going to be offensive. So the point is, he doesn't seem like that type of person I'd be like, an eye for an eye, and a leg and a thigh. My point is, he doesn't seem like that type of person that would do that. But again, I haven't really been watching the show as long. So again, this whole him and Donna just hooking up, I was going to sit there and tell you, oh, you were? You've been knocking boots with this chick for months. You were just going to sit there and tell her now? So it's a little kind of late for that. Like, a couple months ago, or maybe after she had so much sex with Cartier, you're just like, you know what? This ain't going to work. Wedding gets started, and at some point, maybe towards the end of the next episode, Gwen is going to be running there and stopping the wedding, and that's going to be good. That's going to be good. Well, that's another thing. I'm also really, I really love doing this, and throughout this review, I really found out why it was so underwhelming. I mean, yeah, she was mad and she was hurt and she was being all dramatic, but she was like, the old me would have screamed. I was like, no, 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 no. No, if you wasn't in love with another man, then you would have screamed. But knowing that you were in love with another man, and this guy literally said, you have my permission to be with somebody else. The blow is a lot more softer. A lot more softer. That was fun. But with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank everyone for watching. Be safe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I am so... can't talk for a second. I am so close to the 1,000 subscriber base. If everyone can do me a favor, share the video. I know it's an extra step. Trust me, I get it. A person who hears it all the time, even without like a million something, I get it. But it really would mean a lot if everyone could sit there and do that. It's really odd because there was one point where my views on these videos surpassed even my GH reviews. And granted, I've never really been about so much like views or anything like that. I just did it just to do it. I'm trying to find ways to sit there and kind of get it back up there. And maybe sharing would help. I know probably would help with the subscriber count, but But like I said, I'm always out there trying to learn and improve every day. I said it in my other review, but I'll say it in this one too. Again, I just want to thank everyone for watching my videos. I know that my videos don't always come out at a consistent time, and I really do appreciate everyone's patience for just watching it when it comes on. How even when it used to come on super late, I really do appreciate that. Just giving me tips and just being supportive, that really does mean the world. Hell, even when my reviews was at like 38, I was still so grateful that people watch my videos. What am I doing with this? So, I know I said something about a comment about my views or whatever, but granted that is a point, but that's not my only point for why I do these videos. It's because they're fun. It's because they're fun. So I want to thank everyone just for watching my videos in general. So yes, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Learn your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.